of tonight's angle. I'm beginning to think I'm just a complete masochist because I was back on Capitol Hill today to sit for the second time in the Senate gallery and observe this travesty of an impeachment trial. While, of course, it was great to hear from the defense team, especially Dershowitz's tour de force constitutional argument, which I just referenced, I walked away even more disgusted over what the Democrat House has done to America. And if it's even possible, I'm more outraged that the four squishy senators in the Republican Party are toying with prolonging this national nightmare. In an utterly predictable turn, the resistance media went gaga when word leaked last night that John Bolton supposedly dropped a bombshell, a leaked secondhand account of his upcoming book. The media was sure that this would alter the course of Trump's impeachment.
Bombshell revelations from former National Security Advisor John Bolton.
Explosive new details.
Bolton bombshell has just absolutely shaken Washington.
A seismic shock hit Capitol Hill like a thunderbolt.
Republican senators reportedly are feeling blindsided by this.
Could change the course of President Trump's impeachment trial.
I think this is a game changer.
It's always a game changer, right? It's like always a game changer with Trump. We got him now. Well, let me just say one thing. As someone who's actually written 5 books, working with some of the top publishing houses in the United States as I have, I know how this little game goes. Let me explain it to you. It's all about hype, because publishers have to hype a few choice tidbits in desperate hopes that they're going to make back the advance they probably shouldn't have shelled out in the first place. Nothing that John Bolton writes in a book, or would testify to, frankly, during the Senate trial, changes the basic facts that all 100 senators know. Let me go through some of them with you. Number 1, President Trump did sell Javelin anti-tank missiles to Ukraine. Obama never did.
Here's the other thing. They got their money long before schedule. They got all their money. Why isn't Germany paying? Why isn't UK paying? Why isn't France paying? Why aren't the European nations paying? Why is it always the sucker, United States?
That's exactly, by the way, how he started his call with Zelensky, just hitting the NATO member nations for not chipping in more. That was how the call started. No one ever talks about that. Number 2, on September 25th, President Trump did meet with Ukrainian President Zelensky and expressed his desire to do so on a number of occasions before that, including on the July 25th phone call.
President Trump invited President Zelensky to an in-person meeting on their initial April 21 call. On May 29, President Trump sent a congratulatory letter, again inviting President Zelensky to the White House. Then on July 25th, President Trump personally invited President Zelensky to participate in a meeting for a third time. Give us a date, and we'll work that out. 3 separate invitations for a meeting, all made without any preconditions.
Fact number 3, the Ukrainian president never announced an investigation into the Bidens or Burisma. Now, numbers 1 and 2 happened. The meeting with Zelensky and the military aid was greenlit, without Zelensky ever having announced he was investigating the Bidens and Burisma. Oh, and let's not forget number 4. Zelensky said he was not pressured, that the call was normal. Zelensky himself contradicted the Democrats' wild theory, saying that he never felt pressured to conduct an investigation into the Bidens and didn't even know that the aid was held up until the end of August. Now, the Democrats' answer to that was, well, let's just insult our ally.
President Zelensky doesn't want to be used as a pawn. He doesn't want to be drawn into U.S. politics. But at this point, he feels he has no choice.
Okay, so he's lying. That was a nice way of saying Zelensky was lying. Nice going, Adam. Now, if Donald Trump really wanted to hold up military aid for an investigation of Ukrainian corruption, the Bidens, let me tell you, Ukraine wouldn't have their javelins. Right now, they wouldn't have them. With zero evidence of criminal intent on the part of the president, remember now, he knew that 15 people were listening to this phone call on July 25th, for goodness sakes. The House is just left with hyperbole, hearsay, and conjecture. Any honest senator knows that the president is 100% within his right as chief executive officer of the United States to be concerned about corruption in foreign aid in the entire process, whether it involves the Bidens or doesn't involve the Bidens. And if he decides that certain aid needs to be delayed a bit while he gathers more facts, well, so be it. It's his call. He was elected president. To do what he did is neither illegal nor unconstitutional. Remember, he ran on safeguarding our tax dollars in foreign affairs, at NATO, at the UN, in Iraq, and even in Central America.